I'm gonna tell you guys right now, whoever could go toe-to-toe with me, head-to-head, push-up to push-up, let's get it. Let me be quiet and go in my own house that I earned with my blood, my sweat, and my tears. I'm gonna run it to you.
When people hear the term steroids, most immediately think of bulging muscles, gym mirrors, and the kind of physical transformations that border on superhuman. They think of the movie stars who've undergone incredible physical transformations in a remarkably short period of time, like Hugh Jackman or Aaron Taylor Johnson. They think of stars that are literally larger than life, like Dave Bautista or The Rock. But beneath the surface of those chiseled physiques lies a cocktail of biochemical changes that can alter far more than just muscle mass. Anabolic steroids were originally developed for legitimate medical reasons and were meant to help patients regain strength after severe illness or injury. Like how GLP-1s were developed to help those dealing with diabetes and insulin resistance, people noticed that prolonged use of the drugs had other side effects that they found desirable. Users noticed faster muscle growth and the ability to do more in the gym. They'll report feeling borderline unstoppable during their workouts, often recovering in half the time. Suddenly, the person who hated lifting weights is able to do more than they ever thought possible, and they can't wait to beat their personal best every workout. And yet, when used recreationally or in excess doses, steroids hijack the body's natural systems, not just amplifying physical traits, but emotional and psychological ones as well. The result can be a volatile blend of confidence, aggression, and instability. This is often referred to as roid rage. At its core, roid rage is the product of a simple but powerful mechanism. Steroids increase the amount of testosterone in the body to levels that far exceed what's natural. Testosterone is linked to dominance behaviors, like competitiveness and aggression. But when hormone levels are artificially inflated, the balance between impulse control and emotional reactivity can collapse. The brain's limbic system becomes overstimulated, while the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for judgment and restraint, cannot possibly keep up. Every feeling becomes monumental, as you become less and less able to actually reason for yourself. This creates an internal tug-of-war where even small irritations can ignite explosive reactions. Over time, this shift doesn't just stay on the surface. Chronic steroid use can rewire the brain's chemistry, especially in regions tied to serotonin and dopamine regulation. When disrupted, they can lead to mood swings, paranoia, anxiety, and depression. A person who was once calm and rational may begin exhibiting bursts of hostility, erratic behavior, and deep insecurity, all while feeling an inflated sense of power and invincibility. And that is seemingly true in today's case. Welcome back to another episode of Dreading. Or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we're going to be covering the body cam footage uploaded by Law and Crime Body Cam, titled Tough Guy Trying to Fight 5 Police Officers. We cannot emphasize just how many times we've been sent this video since its upload last year, and it's our hope that we're able to properly break it down in a way that is helpful to those watching. Our last upload was particularly heavy, so we're hoping this footage can provide us a brief respite and a small bit of levity, as no one was hurt during this interaction. This should also be our first Sunday upload of November, which we're going to try to make a regular thing. A lot has happened behind the scenes, giving me a bit more free time, so I'm going to use that to dedicate to the channel. So fingers crossed I'm able to keep moving forward. As always, if there's a video you would like to see on the channel or a case you would like to bring more attention to, let me know by emailing me at dreading.official@gmail.com. I'm still consistently going through your suggestions, adding them to our list of topics to cover, and beginning our research. Do be aware, it'll take us some time to get to your suggestion, as we're still just 2 people, but we will do our best. Now, with all of that said, let us begin. The footage that I'm reacting to was uploaded by Law and Crime Body Cam, but also appears on their regular channel. We'll leave links below to both channels as well as both uploads, should you want to watch the original footage without my commentary. Without channels like theirs, our channel would not be able to exist, so I highly recommend showing them some support.
It's 1:30 a.m. in Reno, Nevada, where police are called to an apartment complex for the second time after reports of a man who was yelling.
Looks like they're just open. So walking up to the scene, there are a few things that we can note right off the bat. First, the man in the footage appears to be yelling at nothing in particular. He is making a spectacle out of himself in the middle of the night, but there's no sign that anyone has been hurt or that he is raging against a perceived injustice. As we stated before, prolonged, excessive, and unregulated steroid use can make everything around you feel more impactful than it really is. So if you were to, say, stub your toe on a piece of furniture, or accidentally drop a dish on the floor, shattering it, instead of being slightly annoyed at yourself, you immediately become enraged. All the negative feelings that would come up in that situation are then amplified, and next thing you know, you're sitting on the floor screaming about what a stupid son of a bitch you are. That is what appears to be happening here. Some likely very small nuisance appeared in this man's life, and his response was to begin to howl like a wolf. This is a person who isn't entirely in his right mind, and so he has less general restraint than most people, and has taken a substance that is limiting his ability to understand or reason with himself. So let's see how this unfolds.
Hey Chris, Reno PD, what's going on, man?
I got no guns.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm with the Reno Police Department. I work with your brother.
Get your hand off the weapon right there, mother. I got my hands right here.
Okay, so that was quick. There are a couple of things that we can note immediately. First is that the officer has given us a crucial piece of information, that being that this man is already known to them. He is the brother of another officer, which means that he'll likely be given a slightly preferential treatment. This isn't a random citizen who they've never seen before. This is a person who is attached to one of their fellow officers, so they aren't going to be as quick to penalize him. That said, even if they do penalize him, they're still going to be handling him with kid gloves, so to speak. They have a built-in relationship with him, and therefore trust him more than a stranger who's approaching them with the same level of aggression. Not saying it's fair, just a general observation. Secondly, he completely bulldozes past any of their questions and tries to assert dominance. He wants to be the one in charge of what is happening here, so he starts giving orders to the other officer. As noted, steroid tends to make men more aggressive, as it increases their testosterone. A formerly mild-mannered man might become intensely competitive to those around him, even if no one else notices that they are competing. In this case, the act of answering questions or generally being amenable to the responding officer is simply off the table. He is the one in charge, and he's going to tell those little babies what is going on. But besides giving orders, he does this by trying to answer their questions before they get a chance to ask them, and by putting his hands in midair. So this isn't his first rodeo. He knows what they're going to ask, and if he were to wait until they ask them, he'd look weak and small. They would be the ones in charge, not him, so he cuts them off at the pass. And finally, he is already handling this situation in the exact opposite way that any rational person would want to. Your own safety and satisfaction should be paramount in your mind, no matter who you're dealing with. If you were to be confronted by the police, keeping yourself calm and collected is the number one way to keep yourself safe. But this doesn't seem to register with Chris.
Take your hat off, you. You!
Chris.
You!
Chris, what is going on, man?
Coming out there.
Alright, what's going on?
Where's my brother? I need a hug, man. Don't shoot me, please.
Where is your brother? I don't know. We've been trying to get a hold of him.
So another couple of things. Chris went from ordering one of the officers to move his hand away from his weapon, which is not an unreasonable request, to screaming that they need to take off their hat. The order is nonsensical, but again, he's just trying to assert dominance. He wants to be the one in charge of the situation, and the officer approaching him with a hat is viewed as a sign of disrespect, like Chris is a bar or a bistro or something. He makes a move to jump through the window, then seems to think better of it, which shows there is some bit of restraint here. But then he asks for his brother, and then says he needs a hug. This is a person whose emotions are playing ping pong. He goes from extreme anger to needing some kind of comfort back to aggression, showing a lack of impulse control. Though he might logically know that acting this way is a bad idea, he has little to no ability to control himself, likely due to the steroid use, and is left lashing out like a child. It's unfortunate that this is the position that he's found himself in, because while his intention is to look like the pinnacle of masculinity and strength, like Burt Reynolds in Cannonball Run, he just comes off as an aggressively buff toddler, which is very un-Burt Reynolds of him.
Can I get a hold of my brother?
We tried to get a hold of him. He's not answering right now, Chris.
My name is Christopher Henderson. You guys shot me 2020. You guys didn't pay me any money. You
Chris.
shot me in my right shoulder.
We know, bud.
Chris, what is going on?
We're not here to
Jesus.
hurt you.
What's going on today, Chris?
Let me do some pull-ups. Get the out of my way. Move away. All of you. All of you move the away. Back the up.
Chris.
And if you're gonna shoot
Chris.
me in the back, shoot me in the
He's got to taser.
You gonna tase me? I'm in my own apartment.
Chris.
Chris's behavior makes very little sense, as he's trying to assert dominance in exceedingly goofy ways. But what we are witnessing is the effect of tampering with one's hormones for physical benefits, without considering the long-term mental and psychological effects. He leaves his apartment through the window, as I always do. It's a very childish thing to do, but it brings me back to a simpler time, and then of course goes into a rant about how he had previously been shot by the police. All that event should have taught him something about conflict resolution, or at least how to engage with police in a non-aggressive manner. He instead brings it up as if it's a sort of superhero backstory, all the while walking towards the officers aggressively. It's not like they can unshoot him, or like what he is saying has anything to do with why they are at his apartment in the first place. So it's likely that this inclusion is meant to disrespect the officers, or to show them how foolish they are for coming to his apartment. But if that was the intention, it doesn't really work. He then strips his shirt off, to once again try and show dominance. He is a physically fit person, again due to prolonged steroid use. His body is something that he worked hard for, but like a beaver slapping their tail to assert dominance, he wants to establish that he is the most physically capable person there, so they should answer to his authority. This type of action is something that you've probably seen in your personal life. A person will jump to violence at the slightest provocation because they believe that they are either the more capable person or that they can easily physically dominate everyone around them. They want to take small issues and blow them up because they are confident in their strength and have been taught to fight. But that is unfortunately a sign of a very weak mind, and something that, in my opinion, you should maybe be ashamed about. Assuming you are an adult and want to be treated as such, you should be able to converse with someone about a topic or disagree and showcase your points in a more mature way. If you want to be taken seriously as a leader and say, I don't know, give the police orders, you should be able to engage in verbal conflict without having to take your shirt off and doing push-ups to assert dominance. This shouldn't need to be said, but here we are. Chris does want to be taken seriously, to be seen as a leader and someone with authority, but he undermines them at every turn. He makes himself look foolish because he cannot properly think through his actions. He can't sit with a negative thought and try to find an agreeable solution. In his mind, taking an order, even from a police officer, hurts his pride. So unfortunately, he has to respond like a caveman who has seen fire for the first time.
Stop it. You got a bunch of your
What do you
neighbors
guys
are
want me to
calling.
do? You guys trying to take me to jail?
Police identify the man seen here as 45-year-old Christopher Sheehan, the brother of an officer and military veteran.
I'm gonna walk to the hospital with my dog now. Get the out of here. All of you now.
Chris, what is going on today, man?
If I ask you guys nicely, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Whoever could go toe-to-toe with me, head-to-head, push-up to push-up, let's get it. Going facing the west right here.
You're yoked,
Facing that. I'm not saying I'm yoked. Okay? Back up and stay. Are you scared? You're scared. You're scared. Are you scared or not? Be honest.
I'm not scared of you, dude. There's
I know you're not scared of me. I'm scared of me. I fear one man. And his name is, do you want to know what his name is? Can I do a push-up? You guys won't shoot me in the back?
We're not, Chris.
You promise me? Listen, I'm a man.
Chris, do you remember
I'm
me?
a man, right? I'm a man.
Chris, do you remember me? We talked at Sports West.
What's your name?
It's Goodrich.
Goodrich. What's your last name? First name?
It's Elliot.
Elliot what?
Elliot Goodrich.
When's your birthday?
Well, Chris, it's in February.
What's your number of your birthday?
Chris, what's going on tonight?
I'm doing 14.
Chris,
My brother's February 14th, 1979.
Okay. Yeah, I know your brother. I know
What?
Monique as well.
Dude, shut the up.
Chris, what's going on?
Shut the up!
Why are we out here tonight?
Because I want you to shut the up.
Why do you keep yelling?
Shut your mouth, please.
Chris.
Put your taser down and shut your mouth. I see your taser right there.
I know, because you got me amped up right now, Chris.
All your weapons, I see them right here.
Putting myself in Chris's shoes, he likely believes that by doing push-ups and yelling aggressively at the officers, and by stating that he sees their weapons, he's trying to again assert dominance. He's showing these men how weak they are compared to him, and even though they claim that they aren't scared, he knows that they are. He is the alpha, as it were, and they are weak little betas. But in reality, for as physically imposing as Chris is, he's still acting like a child. The officers are talking to him as if they're all his mother, trying to stop him from having a tantrum because he wanted to have a piece of candy and they said no. But there are 5 officers here, all armed, all ready to take him down should he actually try and attack them. He's not the threat that he believes himself to be, and by trying to establish his own masculinity, all he is doing is making himself seem foolish.
Chris.
I got you amped up because you guys are soft. Every one of you out here is soft.
Okay.
Every single one of you, especially that guy right there.
Here, Chris spots another officer standing in the distance and is, let's just say, not too happy about it.
They think he's some kind of cowboy over there. I see you, dude.
I'm not trying to hide.
Who you think you're hard?
Chris.
You think you're hard, motherfucker? You think you're standing there hard?
Stop, my friend.
You're gonna shoot me because you think I think I'm better than you.
I was there when that happened, my friend. Do you
Shut
want
the
to
up!
Okay.
You weren't there!
Yes, I was.
Did you come up and hit me in the chest, man?
No,
You're okay?
I tried to
Did you come up and hit me in the abs, man? You're good?
Chris, can we
Did you
get-
do that?
Chris, can
Did you
listen?
say I love you, bro? Did you say that to me?
Chris.
Was my brother there?
Hey, Chris. Can we get you some help, my friend?
I already got help.
Officers keep their distance from the 45-year-old as this late-night drama continues.
What's up?
Chris.
My boy Mike
Chris,
here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cops. You gonna shoot me? I got no weapons. What
Chris.
else you want to see? You want to see the song?
Chris.
Want to see the Sheehan song, dude? Oh, you real?
Chris.
You guys think you're hard? Navy SEALs are hard. David Goggins, Jocko Willink, Jocko, run this country. David Goggins, run this country. Tom Milliken. You guys know who Tom Milliken is? You know who Marcus Petrelli is?
Chris.
You guys know who they are? I bet you read their books. You guys think they're hard? I'm hard. I'm hard as
Just a piece of advice. Don't walk around shirtless with your pants around your knees and your little briefs out screaming about how hard you are. This is generally a terrible idea, and it may result with you being on the registered sex offender list. But what do I know? I'm not nearly as hard as this guy, I guess. But when you really think about it, are any of us? If you take anything away from this video, I hope it's that.
Tommy did it! Shins, baby! Shins! 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 4, 4, 4, 4, 4! Get the back now! Go read your Bible, shut the
No, stop, boss. Chris, can you stop and listen? We need to get you help. You know
I'm gonna
you
go
need
get me help. Don't
no,
stop me.
stop with us.
Don't shoot me here.
No, Chris.
Please don't shoot me. I'm going to get my own help. Stop!
We're gonna stop. We need
I'm
to
gonna
get you
put a
help.
shirt on, and I'm
Chris,
going to get my own
stop.
help. Don't shoot me in the back.
Hey,
Don't
stop.
shoot me in the back, Reno PD. Don't arrest me.
We're
Don't
going-
touch me.
We're gonna get you to-
I have broken no laws. Shut the up. Let me be quiet. Let me be quiet and go in my own house that I earned with my blood, my sweat, and my tears.
I understand.
Shut the up.
He has broken laws. First off, public indecency, as he was going to show the officers what he referred to as the Sheehan schlong. Wow. Secondly, disturbing the peace or disorderly conduct. He's actively breaking those laws as he screams in their faces. And thirdly, that's an apartment, not a house. We are poking a bit of fun at this guy, because some of the things that he's doing and saying are ridiculous, but it's important to note how out of whack his priorities seem to be. In his mind, being a man is about being, quote, hard, unquote, and doing intense forms of physical activity. He mentioned people like Jocko Willink and David Goggins, men who served this country as Navy SEALs. But he has taken the wrong lesson away from their actions. Though these men have undergone some incredible physical trials, they were able to do so because their mental and psychological fortitude is much higher than the average person. Nobody gets to where they are simply by being strong, otherwise everyone would be able to do it. You also have to be mentally capable, and because Chris has taken a shortcut in order to hit his physical goals, his mental health and stability were sacrificed.
We're gonna get you some help.
I'm
okay?
going to go get some right now.
We're gonna get you to.
I'm going to go get shut the up. I'm walking.
No.
Ah!
You need to stop, my friend. I'm here to help you. We're trying to help you.
You will not put your hands on me. You guys will not touch
Chris.
me. You especially, you're all weak.
Okay, Chris.
Think I'm on? Think I'm cranked out? Wood.
It's not long until officers decide they've seen enough.
Chris is, at the very least, aware of how his actions are being perceived, as he calls out what the officers are likely thinking. No one there has brought up steroid use, but he asserts that they must think he, quote, is cranked out, unquote. And he's right. They do think that, because look at how he's acting. So while he has no real impulse control and refuses to consider his actions, he can understand what he's doing and see it through their eyes. We've mentioned this before in our body cam reaction videos of fake police officers, but it tends to be a tell that someone is lying when they randomly bring something up like this. Chris knows that he does steroids, but he doesn't want the officers to think that he does, so he tries to subtly bring them up and deny doing them to get the issue out of the way. Obviously, that doesn't work.
Can I pray, guys?
Chris.
Can I pray?
No.
I can't pray.
Stop. We need to go get you some.
Okay, I'm going. Don't touch me. I'm going in my window.
No, we're not going to
I'm
the
going to
house.
my apartment. It's my dog's in there.
Stop.
My dog's in there.
Let's go.
All right, take me to jail.
Thank you.
We're going to take me to jail for it.
We're taking you to the hospital.
You guys take me to the hospital.
Take you to the hospital.
Relax. My dog. Relax. Guys.
Officers handcuff Chris, who's not exactly calming down.
So why does it take so many of you guys?
Because you're amped up.
No, I'm not amped up. Okay, leave me alone, please.
We're not here to hurt you, bud.
We want to take you to the hospital, man.
You're not taking me to jail. Pull up my pants. Somebody pull up my pants. Pull up my pants, motherfucker.
We'll get your
You! Pull up my pants, you. Pull up my pants.
Chris, stop.
Pull up my pants right now. Pull up my pants. Pull up my pants.
You got your keys so we can close up?
I don't even have my keys on me.
Okay,
leave me the alone.
Make sure that it's closed, okay?
We'll get everything closed up.
Leave me alone.
We'll help you, okay?
Let me touch my dog if you're going to help me. Let me touch my dog if you're trying to help me, mother. You shot me in my mother. My dog's inside my apartment. Let me go in my apartment. Mother. Let me go in my apartment. Please, I don't have weapons, guys. I don't have anything to hurt anybody. Please leave me the alone. I haven't broken any laws. Let me go to the VA hospital. Let me call my buddy Doug Goder to come and take me to the VA hospital. I need to go. Leave me the alone. Please don't cuff me. I didn't break any laws. I will calm down.
Chris is still trying to assert dominance in this situation. He consents to being cuffed and arrested, putting his hands behind his back and verbally agreeing to go with the officers. He does this without buttoning his pants, which are barely pulled up from when he attempted to show them his penis. But once in the cuffs, he immediately reverts back to his overly aggressive He-Man demeanor. It's not until he was actually restrained that he realizes just how vulnerable of a position he's in. He spent the entirety of the interaction trying to be the biggest, toughest guy present, and now that his arms are behind his back and he physically cannot do anything for himself, he immediately retries to gain that feeling of superiority. He needs to remind the officers that he is tougher than them, and that he is tougher than he is, because it's embarrassing for him to have to ask them to pull up his pants and let him go. So he asks why it took so many of them to subdue him, implying that he's just too big and strong for one man to take out, which, to be fair, is probably true. Chris's perception of his own masculinity is so fragile that if it's not constantly tended to, he'll just break down. Again, this is a sign of a very weak person. All he has are his muscles, but the reality is that while those can be useful for self-defense or lifting chicken feed or cattle grower, it's a person's ability to interact with the world that will actually protect and provide for them.
I'll take a knee. Can I take a knee? Can I please take a knee, guys?
Yeah, take a knee. Take a knee.
All right, now I'm calm. Can you guys please let me go to the hospital, man?
That's where we're going now.
Okay.
Officers lead our suspect to the parking lot, where an ambulance is waiting.
Oh shit, somebody video this. Please, somebody video this. Reno, help! Reno PD, you, get out of my, where's my dog? Where's Remy? Where's Remy? Come on. Where's Remy? Where's Remy, my dog? Give me my dog. Pull my pants up, you mother. I'm sorry for calling names.
Okay, can you stop?
Sorry for calling names.
Chris, we're just trying to get you help, my friend.
I just want to get my dog. Get the out of my apartment, you.
Your apartment.
That is my place.
Agreed. Chris, ambulance right there, my friend.
Where's my dog? Where's my dog?
It's in the house.
Where's my dude? Let me close up my stuff.
Hey, just sit
My
down.
window's wide open. You guys wait in. You're smoking a cigarette. Let me have my dog. Let me have my dog, Remy.
Ambulance right there. What kind of dog you got, my friend?
You guys are so weak.
Right there.
You go.
Okay.
No, you go.
Go. Chris, come on, man.
What am I doing wrong? Am I breaking a law?
Yes.
How?
You're being too loud. You piss all your neighbors off by screaming.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
For a very brief moment of respite, it seems that Chris actually understands what he did wrong here, which is genuinely good.
Chris is eventually seated on a stretcher where he's not done talking yet.
So when can I go back in? Because I've broken no laws. I've done nothing wrong except for yell. And I will shut the up. And I just asked you guys to leave me alone so I could do push-ups. You guys won't leave me alone. Don't look through my Do I go in your house and look through your Okay, well maybe I will. You like it.
That's it, Chris. Close your window, lock it.
I won't let it go, man. You guys are going to arrest me, aren't you? You're going to throw a charge of disturbing the peace or something like that.
Chris doesn't seem to understand that he already has been arrested, which is strange given that it's already been explained to him multiple times and he is currently sitting on the stretcher in handcuffs. But he's not receiving the information the same way you or I would. This is a person whose ego is more fragile than someone born with glass bones and paper skin. A person who, every morning, they break their legs and every afternoon they break both their arms. And then at night, they just lie awake in agony until their heart attacks put them to sleep. If he's not being entirely catered to, he'll have a major meltdown, hurting himself or those around him until they finally say what he wants to hear. With that in mind, he cannot allow himself to believe that he was the problem in the situation. Instead, it's the police. They are needlessly harassing him, spoiling his good time, because they are wickedly jealous of just how strong he is. They view him as a physical threat, because they are weak and betas, and he constantly has to deal with their pathetic attacks. His mind is frantically reframing the information to keep his ego safe and in check, even though it means that he actively gets himself into worse and worse situations. I mean, this guy barely has pants, and he doesn't even have a shirt. He doesn't have the capacity to sit back objectively and look at the situation even days later. So the cycle will probably continue until he hits rock bottom and decides to make a change in his own life, or unfortunately something terrible will probably happen to him. The footage continues for another 13 minutes. However, as we have nothing to add, we will end our coverage here. If there's anything you should take away from the video, let it be that you should never look for shortcuts to your goals. By taking steroids to achieve your physical goals, you'd be directly putting your mental wellness and stability at risk. Doing things the hard way is how you protect your own mind and actually allow yourself to feel the benefits of hard work. So, with all of that said, if you've made it to this portion of the video, thank you for watching. As always, if there's a video you would like to see on the channel or a story you want to bring more attention to, let me know by emailing me at dreading.official@gmail.com. Have a great day and remember, stay hard.